34% of Brits would prefer a trip to a car boot sale than a theme park. Do you think that's true or false?
True.
False. There we go, let's crack on.
OK.
The reason people like car boots is because they can haggle the price and stuff. You can't do that in a theme park. It's £5 to get on the ride. I'll give you £3. All right, you're not allowed to use the belt.
Whenever I see a Ferris wheel, I do think the Millennium Wheel is clearly the best one.
It's so slow, though.
Well, if you scream louder, it goes faster. Did you not realise that was the system?
It's supposed to be a delightful journey with a view across London.
But it's usually foggy or raining, so you can't see anything.
Oh, no, go when it's sunny.
Are you writing any of this down, Tricia?
Have you ever been to Alton Towers? They've done well. They've started to run out of names of big roller coasters. So the previous few have been like Nemesis, Oblivion, and then one at the moment's called Rita.
I don't like those teacups. I actually got beaten up in one once.
You got beaten up in a teacup?
Rides. Right. I was in this teacup ride and someone punched me in the mouth.
You suffered the gayest ever assault.
Yeah.
I was in the teacup, officer. And this brute hit me. I was just spinning gently. I was having a wonderful time.
I got punched. It was mistaken identity.
Why?
They thought I was someone else.
OK. So, true or false, 34% of Brits would prefer a trip to a car boot sale than a theme park. True or false, Sean?
True.
True. Both going for true. Well, I can tell you the answer is true. 34% of Brits would prefer a car boot sale to a theme park. First one, most dangerous sport.
Is it any sport that's played in the vicinity of Obesity?
Greg, is tennis dangerous?
No.
Well, you hit it really hard, don't you?
Yeah, but you got to remember, the ball's soft, so it's not going to hurt you too badly.
Not that soft. Yeah, it's not like a sponge ball and plastic rackets like at school. What about doubles, though? Have you ever hit somebody on the back of the head when playing doubles?
Yeah, I did that once.
Who was
Henman,
it?
wasn't it? It was Henman. You hate Henman.
Go on.
Is it five-a-side archery?
The ones that do my head in are the old people. You know, when you see them on local news and it's like, oh, now we're going to cut to Ernest. He's 89 today and he's about to do his first skydive. F*** off, Ernest. You're 89, sit in a chair and wait to die. That's what you're for.
It's kind of a posh sport.
Polo.
Rugby?
Rugby is exactly
Rugby.
right.
Rugby.
Yes, I can tell you the most dangerous sport is rugby. Rugby was invented at public school when some boys were playing football and thought, this isn't gay enough. Brit's biggest regret.
Shaving all her hair off.
Was it not letting Harry go to Iraq?
Winning the football thing.
World Cup.
World Cup, we did win it. We haven't stopped going on about it.
Remember when you were about 15, we won it?
Is it the repeal of the Corn Laws?
Ooh, 1832.
That was stupid. That was crazy. Because they were good, those Corn Laws.
What, sorry?
1847, nice call.
Was it 1847? Surely it was 32.
That was the Reform Act.
What do you think it's going to be like to sleep with a girl? Good knowledge, right? Brit's biggest regret.
Tricia.
But I'll give you a clue. It involves your partner.
And when he murdered them and buried them.
Not
To do
getting
with
enough
sex.
sex.
Oh, losing the...
That's the right answer. Not getting enough sex.
Wimbledon. Well, they're all there. Hewitt is there, Federer, Murray, the Williams brothers are there. So they're all... it's pretty good. Tim Henman is doing the commentary for the old Beeb, and it's going to be weird for him staying the full 2 weeks, I think. Do you think halfway through the commentary he's not doing so well, someone just goes, "Come on, Tim!"
It's so boring, tennis, that the slightest thing, the crowd go mental, like it's the most hilarious, shocking thing they've ever seen. Federer's opponent sat next to him. Did you see that bit? The crowd reacted like he'd picked up a ball boy, swung him round by the ankles and thrown him into the crowd. Why do they throw the sweaty... It's horrible. They throw their sweaty headbands into the... It's horrible. We're in here for about 3 hours, sweaty... Like... Imagine if Vanessa at the end just got her knickers off and went, "Oh!"
press obsessed with knickers, aren't they? If you just were going, God, I can see her knickers, whoa, I can see her looking knickers, you'd be down as a pervert. You get arrested. The Sun can just go to the tennis and go, whoa, look at her knickers, she's got red ones on, whoa. It's the equivalent of standing at the bottom of the stairs at work, just going, oh, I've seen your knickers. For some reason, it's fine.
Well, let's see how many people are talking about Wimbledon this week. It's the most talked about thing in Great Britain this week. Yes, Wimbledon started this week. Tim Henman is commentating this year, which means the chances of him winning the competition are exactly the same as last year. 22% of receptionists admit they've taken revenge by tampering with their boss's coffee. Is that true or false?
I think the line is when you get your cup of coffee, you go, or you get your cup of coffee and you go,
What I would do for revenge is I'd get the mug, right? I wouldn't tamper with the coffee, right? But I'd just every day, I'd just tap the handle with like a little toffee hammer or something. And over the course of a couple of years, it would loosen, and one day they'd pick it up, and then I'd go, yes.
OK, true or false?
I think it's false. I think it's less than that.
You think?
I think it's true, I would.
OK, we'll go with true.
I reckon,
True. False. We think it's false.
You're overruling. OK, you're going false. I can tell you the answer is false. Yeah. Yes, only 5% of receptionists have taken revenge by tampering with their boss's coffee. They say revenge is best served cold and revenge is sweet. So really what they're saying is revenge is ice cream. Britain's favourite word?
Knockers. I wanted to get in before Frankie.
I think it's gusset. It's saucy, but it's not revolting.
Is this what you put in the phone cards? Saucy but not revolting,
Yes,
gusset.
Gusset.
It's derived from the Latin.
Stella? That's Latin, isn't it?
Is it?
Old Latin, yeah.
Old Latin, yeah, from the East End of Lat. It describes a stupid or foolish person. Begins with an N.
Nincompoop.
Right answer. Yes, Britain's favourite word is nincompoop. Number 3 on the list is mum, as in, I f***ed your mum, you nincompoop. Jason, Mylene, Rufus, what do you think are the best scientific breakthroughs?
I don't know, what do you reckon? You're clever. What do you reckon?
Oh, the glass is full.
That's it, the geek chic. What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm probably thinking down the TV line.
Appearing on TV, yeah, you've made the right decision. I think it's a good way to go. Why not?
Television.
I'm thinking TV, I mean...
Thinking TV. I like the way you readjusted your glasses there, like brains.
I'm going up against the board here, I've got to.
Look, I've got glasses. Look at mine.
Gone.
They've got a bit of plaster on the end. They're
Yeah,
from
yours are a
Primark.
lot older, though, aren't they? Though?
Yeah, they are.
You behave, yes.
So you're going TV
Yeah,
is
television.
the best ever
John Logie
scientific
Baird,
breakthrough.
television.
I think my household
He
was
invented the telly, and I reckon he's looking down now and seeing what Katie did next, thinking, was it worth it? Really? Can anyone tell the difference between TV and HD TV? They advertise HD TV on the normal telly, and they go, look how brilliant it is. You go, well, I've got a normal telly, so I can't see how brilliant it is.
I can tell the difference between TV and HD, but the 3D is getting me.
You know the advert in the cinema? We went to see Toy Story 3 in 3D, so we had the glasses on, and they had an advert for, like, Sky HD TV in the cinema, and they were showing all the sports stuff.
Yeah.
And so, and they threw the ball, like the rugby ball,
yeah,
they threw it through the... And it bounces out of shot, and then it bounces unexpectedly back into shot, and I spilt Coke on myself. Whoa! That isn't a good thing, to have TV that actually makes you go, ah. Do you think the TV's an amazing technological breakthrough?
Television is unquestionably amazing. Like, everything I know I learnt from television. Do you know, for example, that during the Second World War, despite there having been a television service, there was no television service that was shut down during the Second World War? That's an interesting fact. I learnt that from television. Do you know it's a shame, though. Because they would have made some great programmes, I think, during the Second World War.
Would have.
Like, EastEnders would definitely have been more interesting. Earrings everywhere.
EastEnders, the Blitz years.
How clean is your bunker?
What do you think of TV? Do you watch a lot of TV, Russell?
I come from a really working-class house. The TV dominated every moment. No one ever spoke. We had a TV on while we were eating, and then we built the extension when we bought our own council house. And my dad, he bought a dining room. He went, at least once a day, we will assemble as a family in the dining room and watch a slightly smaller telly, which he mounted on the wall.
My fella, he's put a TV in the bath. What's that all about?
Put a TV in the bath? Suicide bid or something. It's the last place it should go.
Over my bath, you know those little trays you have over a bath? I've got a little hob. I can cook stuff.
That's nice.
I've got floating salt and pepper.
I quite like that, dining in the bath.
It's nice,
That's a great idea.
Because it doesn't matter about crumbs. You know, you just wash yourself down. I can get ketchup all over myself. Doesn't matter. I'm in the bath. I think more important, I think a more significant invention is the remote control. Because before the remote control, people had bigger families. So they always had someone to turn the television over.
The remote control also operates like the conch in Lord of the Flies. You know who the most powerful person is in any situation by knowing who has the remote control.
There's people watching this at home going, yeah, that's me.
My wife does this thing where when she tidies up, she'll put... The place where the remotes go is near the telly. That's what she does.
My girlfriend puts the remote on top of the telly because she's an idiot.
Yes. It doesn't go there. That's the last place it needs to be.
I don't mind that. I have mine on a bit of elastic.
What?
Attached to the television, so I take it and I've changed the programme over and I let go and go, smack, back on the telly.
Doesn't it break the screen?
Yeah. I don't really think stuff through, Carol.
Let's have a look and see if TV is one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs. Yes, the television was invented in 1925 by John Logie Baird. In 1982, Channel 4 started broadcasting with an episode of Countdown, featuring a fresh-faced Carol Vorderman, then just 43 years old.
Excuse me.
Got your glasses again.
What else have people been talking about, Jason?
The unions are threatening to go on strike altogether.
So it's sort of a return to the 1970s, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. But the Chancellor says he needs to find £83 billion from somewhere, and I thought, well, has he tried cutting out some of those coupons in the magazines? They soon add up, you know, those savings. Like 25% off Trident, stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Christian, you're a doctor, and there's loads of cuts happening in the NHS. Do you think doctors will go out on strike?
No, we've never been on strike, ever. We're on call 24 hours a day. Someone falls down in the street in front of you, you've got to be there, haven't you? You're never...
Laughing.
So...
At what level of drunkenness do you get to not be a doctor anymore and go, do you know what, I've had 2 glasses of wine? Do you know exactly what that limit is? So when you get home, you go, bang, bang, right, I'm out.
I've had to do that on a plane. 8-hour flight to Kenya. I was pissed, and someone had an anaphylactic shock to a prawn. We had to put a trachea in his throat. And I was...
You did it pissed? How good a doctor
I'm
is
a bit
he?
worried now. I might...
That's incredible. But also, was there not a part of you the next time you had to do a trachea that went, do you know what, I need a glass of something to steady my hand?
What he didn't tell you was he's got 3 of them in his eye as well.
What do you do in that situation? How did you put the trachea in? What was it made of?
You literally... You know the old rumour about a biro? That's what you do. Use a biro.
Do it to Sean now.
Literally, and that's what it was like.
You just...
You whack
properly...
it in. You properly whack it in the throat, yeah.
If you did that and then it turns out afterwards you're not a doctor, you get in trouble. You're just self-diagnosed. You've looked across at them and thinking, I reckon they need a tracheotomy. No warning, you've just gone, no! He would have died!
All right, let's have a look and see whether the general strike is one of the most talked about things. Yes, the TUC is threatening a general strike. They're threatening a return to a 3-day week, but that, I'm not working another 2 days a week. Most popular topic of gossip for men.
I know what it is. What I talk about, my friends, is, okay, is your moustache suitable for a christening? I think it's a little bit too curly and isn't proper for such an important occasion. I think Sir should trim it.
If you were gay, who would you sleep with?
Oh, yeah, that's
that
good,
one?
isn't
That's
it?
a good one.
If I was gay and I had to sleep with a man, I'd just sleep with my first Thai bride again.
Colin.
Might as well keep it in the family.
Boobs.
Boobs?
Yeah, that's all men talk about, like breasts.
Boobs, I hadn't even noticed. Hang on, look at those.
But the one I like is if you could only eat one meat for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a good one, yeah.
What would it be?
I'd go chicken.
Ah, you wanker! Go chicken! You've just got the chicken. Got beef, cow, you've got everything, haven't you? You've got all the meat, you've got the liver, and you can stew up the bones. A chicken, you get bored of that? Beef.
OK, it involves alcohol.
Is it drunken antics?
Yes, it is.
Yes!
Yes, the most popular topic of gossip for men is what their friends get up to when they're drunk. There is a sliding scale, of course. There's drunken antics, high spirits, then tomfoolery, horseplay, shenanigans, GBH and murder. Did you know, for example, Britain consumes over 400 polo mints every second, but Britain's mum still knows Britain's been smoking? 5% of Britain's toddlers are obese, and they're known as waddlers. Almost half of all men lie to their partners about their looks to keep them happy. I do. I tell her, I'm dead good looking. I don't know what's the matter with your eyes. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Right, Jason, your team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Yeah. Come on, come on, Jason, have a guess.
Speak for it. Do you know what this is? This is when double acts haven't got their mates. That's what this is. Happened there. That the prisons are full.
Oh.
Have you not heard this?
Controversial.
It is a bit controversial, a little bit of news. So the story is that they're going to release a load of prisoners now because they're full.
Early.
They're going to release them early.
They're releasing 25,000, aren't they? I assume not all at once. It's like the start of the marathon. It all comes steaming out of the prison. All straight to a bus stop. Some of them dressed as rhinos, hopefully, just for the comic.
They have said it's only going to be for petty crimes like burglary and drug dealing, which I think is a good thing because the car boot sale near me is boring at the moment.
I'll tell you what my biggest fear is going to prison. Being locked up with 4 burly, tattooed men.
Your worst fear or most of your video collection?
Thinking about it.
OK, let's have a look and see whether prisons is up there. Yes, this is the story that prisoners are to be released early because of overcrowding. To stay in police cells, it costs £1,800 per prisoner per night. That seems like a lot of money, but it includes dinner, breakfast and tickets to a West End show. One more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
The Glastonbury Festival, which is happening this weekend.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Have you been talking about it? Are you going to go, David?
No, I'm not, because I've already had sex in a tent when I was in the Sea Scouts.
Right.
So...
I'm not going on. I think I am the only person here who went to the original Glastonbury.
In 1823.
And if you vote for it, we can rebuild it.
When was that?
It was in 1971.
I was born in 1971.
Were you? Your mother didn't go to a tent in... Oh, no, never mind.
I went there last year, it's horrible. They had big beef burger things on... they were cooking about 1,000 beef burgers on steel drums. That's what expensive hamburgers there. It's full of idiots. I hate the...
You'd have loved it, I'd have thought.
It's very muddy.
You'd be like a pig in surrounded by idiots.
It was horrible. I didn't like any of it.
They'd have lifted you up as one of them. Carried you round. He's our leader.
Let's see if Glastonbury is up there.
I like the people who are carrying a sturgeon.
Catfish.
It's a what's worse question. According to statistics, what's more risky, fishing or horse riding?
Well, horse riding is much more dangerous, isn't it?
You're going horses?
This is more dangerous, because when you fall off horses, you can only fall in the riverbank, which is, by rights, near the edge, so not as deep as the middle, so you should be able to get out.
No one's ever tried fishing at sea, have they?
Oh, you didn't say that, did you? You didn't say that. Not all fishing. Of course fishing's more dangerous if you're in a trawler. Oh, you... Oh, now...
I think I said fishing or horse riding.
You said fishing like it's fishing. You can go fishing like commercial...
All right, let me do it again,
huge,
Sean.
big Russian ships. I mean, of course fishing's worse than horse riding. You're living out in a trawler in the North Sea. Force 9, you've got no chance.
All right, what's more dangerous? Fishing or horse riding? What is more dangerous?
Yes, thank you. Let's start again. Well, I think it's horse riding.
Final answer?
It's obviously fishing. If you're including all fishing, do you think I'm stupid?
I can tell you that fishing is riskier. Yeah, you're 6 times more likely to die fishing than you are horse riding, and the chances increase dramatically if you're a fish. Jason, Johnny and Danny, what picture do you fancy answering a question on?
What's number 3?
Number 3 represents hospitals.
That's not a real person. He's sick. He's made of plastic.
Look at Jimmy's hair. He might be a relative. He looks very smart.
Let's go for President Bush.
OK, you picked George Bush. It was reported this week the President of the United States had his watch stolen in Albania. We polled our studio audience and asked them, if you found George Bush's watch, would you give it back to him or put it on eBay? Which way do you think they voted?
He's had his watch stolen.
He's had his watch stolen,
He's had his watch stolen, as they say, he could have taken his watch off.
He could not on his own. Yeah. We never figure that out.
But that's quite rude if he's taken his watch off. Is that saying he doesn't trust the Albanian people? That'd be a very rude thing to do. Before you met some people, you just go, actually, before I shake your hand, I must remove this, because you're a thieving...
I've had a watch stolen, and it's not nice. I was walking home, and these 2 lads got me from behind, right? Not like in the biblical sense. They attacked me. They attacked me from behind, and I was on the floor, and one of them, as they walked off, because they went, "Oh, give us your money or we'll beat you up," and I gave them the money, and then they beat me up, and you're like, "Oh, we had a deal, you." And I was on the floor. And one of them goes, as they walked off, one of them went, "Hey, get his watch, don't forget his watch." And he rolled up my sleeve. I had a Casio Illuminator, right? Brilliant watch, right? It sells the time in 3 different countries, right? It's England, Scotland, Wales, but it's all right, right? It's brilliant, right? And he looked at me watch, rolled the sleeve up, he saw it, he went, "Nah, sack it," and just walked off. I was like, "You'll take it, you cheeky This is an audience poll, then. You've asked...
Yeah, we've asked the studio audience this evening, would they return the watch or would they sell it on eBay?
I'd say they put it on eBay.
You think they put it on eBay? OK. Well, I can tell you that a massive 85% of our studio audience voted to put it on eBay. So, Jason, you get the point. Well done. You looking forward to the Bond movie?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm not a big Daniel Craig fan.
You're not?
No, I think Bonds just shouldn't be blonde.
He shouldn't be blonde?
I see Bonds as being a bit more dark-haired and a bit more rugged.
A bit more dark-haired, a bit more rugged?
Yeah.
But Daniel Craig's from Liverpool. Well, he grew up on the Wirral, didn't he? I think, and he's lost that accent. Don't you think that'd make a better Bond? The name's Bond, James Bond. Fucking Smirnoff Ice, you prick.
Let's have a look and see whether the new James Bond movie is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, the new James Bond film is out this week. Every woman wants him, every man wants to be him, with his steely eyes, incredible physique and his chisel features. It's impossible not to look at Sean Locke and think, this guy should be Bond.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Daniel Craig got a gash on his face whilst filming. I suppose that's one of the perks of being Bond, isn't it? OK, one more thing to get. Something happening this week. Go on. Ooh.
Asthma.
Is it?
Is it asthma? Come on, rocket it up.
Halloween.
Halloween. Halloween. Come on, say it with me.
Halloween.
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 Go on.
It's Halloween. And And,
That's all you can say, really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
basically, it's happening. And all the kids come and knock on your door every 5 minutes asking for sweets, which is like a takeaway service for paedophiles. It's a bit weird.
I think what they did was they sat down with all the paedophiles and they agreed that on Halloween they'd have a kind of ceasefire. Say, OK, for one day of the year, can you stop your tampering ways? Let the kids go have a bit of fun, we can all relax.
When I was a kid with trick-or-treating, right, if someone said trick or they didn't answer the door but you knew they were in, right, you would maybe egg their house or, you know, throw a bit of toilet roll through the trees or whatever. But I read the other day that one of the tricks this year is burning people's cars. that's not a trick, that's a crime, isn't it? It's not a trick or military coup.
Let's have a look and see whether Halloween is one of the most talked about things this week.
Got away with that.
Yes, it's Halloween. What a lot of the local kids don't realise is I was planning on covering my house with toilet paper anyway, so the joke's on them. So those are the 5 most talked about things this week. In other news, they're saying the credit crunch spells a return to the 1970s. Shit, I haven't done my French homework. In sporting news, Harry Redknapp has taken over as manager of Spurs, Tony Adams has been made manager of Portsmouth, and Diego Maradona has been made manager of Nando's.
Wimbledon. Oh, they're all there. Hewitt is there, Federer, Murray, the Williams brothers are there. So they're all it's pretty good. Tim Henman is doing the commentary for the old Beeb, and it's going to be weird for him staying the full 2 weeks, I think. Do you think halfway through the commentary he's not doing so well, someone just goes, "Come on, Tim!"
It's so boring, tennis, that the slightest thing, the crowd go mental, like it's the most hilarious, shocking thing they've ever seen. Federer's opponent sat next to him. Did you see that bit? The crowd reacted like he'd picked up a ball boy, swung him round by the ankles and thrown him into the crowd. Why do they throw the sweaty... It's horrible. They throw their sweaty headbands into the... It's horrible. We're in here for about 3 hours, sweaty... Like... Imagine if Vanessa at the end just got her knickers off and went, "Go on!"
The press are obsessed with knickers, aren't they? If you just were going, "God, I can see her knickers. Whoa, I can see her looking knickers," you'd be down as a pervert. You get arrested. The Sun can just go to the tennis and go, "Whoa, look at her knickers. She's got red ones on. Whoa." It's the equivalent of standing at the bottom of the stairs at work, just going, "Oh, I've seen your knickers." For some reason, it's fine.
Well, let's see how many people are talking about Wimbledon this week. It's the most talked about thing in Great Britain this week. Yes, Wimbledon started this week. Tim Henman is commentating this year, which means the chances of him winning the competition are exactly the same as last year. 22% of receptionists admit they've taken revenge by tampering with their boss's coffee. Is that true or false?
I think the line is when you get your cup of coffee, you go, or you get your cup of coffee and you go, ugh.
What I would do for revenge is I'd get the mug, right? I wouldn't tamper with the coffee, right? But I'd just every day, I'd just tap the handle with like a little toffee hammer or something. And over the course of a couple of years, it would loosen. And one day they'd pick it up, and then I'd go, "Yes."
OK, true or false?
I think it's false. I think it's less than that.
You think?
I think it's true, I would.
OK, we'll go with true.
I reckon,
True.
yeah.
False. We think it's false.
You're overruling. OK, you're going false. I can tell you the answer is false. Yeah. Yes, only 5% of receptionists have taken revenge by tampering with their boss's coffee. They say revenge is best served cold and revenge is sweet. So really what they're saying is revenge is ice cream. Britain's favourite word?
Knockers. I wanted to get in before Frankie.
I think it's gusset. It's saucy, but it's not revolting.
Is this what you put in the phone cards? Saucy but not revolting,
Yes,
gusset.
gusset.
It's derived from the Latin.
Stella. That's Latin, isn't it?
Is it?
No, Old Latin, yeah.
Old Latin, yeah, from the East End of Lat. It describes a stupid or foolish person. Begins with an N.
Nincompoop.
Right answer. Yes, Britain's favourite word is nincompoop. Number 3 on the list is mum, as in, I f***ed your mum, you nincompoop. We asked the public, which of these housemates would you most want to perform a brain surgery on you?
Eugene will be a brilliant brain surgeon. I have faith in you.
Yeah, he won't be able to fix your brain, but he'll be able to make you tune into Magic FM.
Why would anyone want brain surgery? I don't get it.
Why would anyone want brain surgery?
It's more that you need it than you want it.
Which of those do you want doing brain surgery on you?
Eugene looks like he might collect brains. And also the skins of ex-girlfriends.
He's never had a girlfriend.
It's got to be Eugene, surely.
You're going Eugene, OK?
Yeah, Eugene.
OK, you're going Eugene. You want to go?
You've got to go Eugene, there's no one else.
I can tell you that the housemate you would most want to perform brain surgery on you is indeed Eugene. Which of these housemates' diaries you would most like to read? Who do you think got the most votes?
I don't think anyone's diary I'd like to read. I'd rather actually lose my glasses.
Whose diary would you like to read?
I think Leah's. Because I'm interested in, like, the Second World War and stuff, so I think it'd be nice to get, like, a...
First builder, first.
Leah's would be good, though, because it'd be kind of like my sink was blocked, plumber came round. Some soft guitar music. I fainted. 2 ambulance men came round.
Jason, what do you think? What are you going to go for? Which housemate's diary would you most like to read?
You know a good autobiography when it's got a good title like Columbo, Peter Fawkes, is called Just One More Thing, which is genius, right?
Yeah.
So Nikki should just be called Who Is She? it'd be more of a colouring book than an actual biography, wouldn't it?
You're going to go for Nikki then, are you?
Yeah, because Leah's I've read in Deirdre's photo casebook, so...
OK, so who are you going to go for? Whose diary do you think?
What do you want to go for?
I don't know. Well, I'd have said Nikki too, but I imagine that's the answer.
You think Nikki?
Yeah.
The housemate whose diary the public would most like to read is Nikki. Points for both teams. Celebrity the public would most like to see in the Big Brother house.
Is it Marcus Bentley, the Geordie bloke who does the voiceover? Because he'd be a laugh, wouldn't he, just walking around, like, oh, I'm going to make some toast. Like, Marmite or jam, I decide. Like, be
I would just genuinely love to see how long it would take Charlie to get into an argument with Gandhi.
Who's Gandhi?
Brilliant.
You say you go to China White, but you've never met Gandhi.
Gandhi, he's like the hottest rapper ever.
Do you want to be a caller? Caller? You'll be dipping in a bin. You know Gandhi.
Is he hot?
Yes!
Is he single?
He is f***ing slamming, man.
Can you hook it up?
He's single, man.
But he's a player.
Oh, excuse me. Look at me, I'm a playaholic, baby.
I'll tell you who I would love to have seen in Big Brother this year.
Yeah.
Billy. I'll tell you what happened, Billy. I went to make a cup of tea and I came back and you were gone.
Is it Mr. T?
It is Mr. T.
Oh!
Genuinely Mr. T.
He's everybody's favourite, isn't he, Mr. T? I've got him doing the voice on my sat-nav, which I've had for 6 months and it never gets boring. Turn left, sucker! It's just all the time. It's brilliant. He won't go to the airport. I think there's a little bug in it or something.
Back over to you, Jenny, Jason and Lee.
Is it this
Is it belly drumming?
obesity business?
The obesity business. Go on, tell us more.
Tell me more.
Stop people being obese, the government.
Fat.
Obese or fat. Yeah, Louis, that's another way of putting it.
I'm going to join this initiative, right? Because I put on a bit of weight over the last
Don't
few
even say
weeks,
it.
right? No, I weighed myself this morning, right, for this, right? I guess, just have a guess what I weigh. Just have a guess. I know this is...
I want to remain friends. I would rather not take part in this guessing game.
What do you reckon?
I reckon...
2 Ronnie Corbetts.
2 Ronnie Corbetts.
Sean's being polite, he meant Barker.
I'm going to join the initiative and I'm going to set my target as the 5th of April, right? And I'm going to get down... Apparently, my target weight is 13.5. That's what I should be getting down to. I'm going to go April the 5th. That's end of the tax year. And then when that bloke comes on the telly going, time is running out, time is running out, I can pretend he's talking about my life.
It's a fine idea. I can tell you this isn't one of the most talked about things this week, but it has been in the news. The government has launched a healthy eating campaign. Of course, it's not PC to use the term fat. We have to use words like bubble butt, fatty boom batty, chunky monkey wobble slobs, or blubbernaut. If you're insulted by any of those terms, how about a salad?
They should bring back bullying. That's what they should do. There's no fat kids, really. There's only the odd fat kids, weren't they?
There was one in every class.
The doctor should say, I prescribe 3 school bullies. And then, as soon as you go out, they just run after you, go, fatty, fatty, boom, boom, fatty, fatty, boom. Yeah, you'd soon lose it.
Sean, K-Van and Louis, what else have the nation been talking about?
Is it the raunchy vicar who was banned from the clergy for 12 years for being drunk in services and swinging? Yeah, she's a swinging vicar. Not only did she do swinging, but she was also a voyeur. Because if she believed that God would be watching. So that's a bit kinky.
Yeah.
Started.
Come on, God, you love it.
Yeah. But I just think all that praying in the daytime and swinging at the night time, imagine, must have made havoc with her knees.
It'd be great if she did the marriage, wouldn't it? And she says, do you take him? Because I know I have.
Oh, she only got caught when she turned up wearing the wrong dog collar.
There are lots of clues for all the keys in the collection plate.
I think that this is actually... The woman that should be blamed for this, or the bloke, is actually the careers officer who told her to go into it in the first place. Because at some point, they've sat down with her and said, what are you into? And she's gone, I really like motorbikes, getting really pissed and shagging other people's husbands. And at some point, they've gone, you thought of being a vicar?
Obviously, this swinging situation, people are just meeting for the first time, I imagine, or you know, they've organised it on the internet and then they've got together. Do you think there's a bit of pillow talk, a little bit of, like, in the middle of it? Like, what do you do for a living, then? I'm a vicar. Yeah, right, sure you are, yeah.
It's better than, hey, love, have a guess how much I weigh. But you can't guess, can you?
Shall we see whether this female vicar misbehaving is one of the most talked about things this week? Jason, your team to go first. Oh. Jamelia, Charlie, what have the nation been talking about?
It's got to be snow, hasn't it?
I swear, absolutely got to be.
And what's funny is it's become a national story now, it's hit London. But we've had it for ages in the northwest. We've had it since about 1984.
Luckily, you don't go on about it.
You're enjoying it right now. You're at a stage where you're like, oh, look at it, it's all white, so we can build snowmen, and don't our gardens look like everyone else? Hell is coming, London. Hell is coming. You know, in Manchester, there's people, like, looting B&Q for sleighs and wellies. Like, rock salt has got a bigger street value than crack cocaine. It's not good.
Charlie, how are things in the square? How's Doc coping?
Yeah, I think she's all right. I don't know.
Because it's icy outside the Vic, isn't it?
Yeah. No, they're getting on all right, I think.
Of course they are. They recorded it months ago,
well,
so
yeah, exactly.
It's not snowing there, it's fine.
But no, they're doing stuff at the moment, which will come out in about 8 weeks, so that'll look a bit weird.
That's a shame, because everything else in EastEnders is so realistic.
I've still yet to see snow. I've got no heating in my house, though.
No heating in your house?
No heating in my house.
You can't work the buttons, can you?
I basically...
You just press everything.
You know there's
Lights coming on.
How do you know that?
Shutters in the garage go...
And so I've got no heating in my house. So my kids are sleeping. We're all sleeping in the same bed, and I've put the kids in tights, and they wear tights right out. And one of them's only little.
OK, good.
Listen to that, listen to Claudia. That is as irrelevant as most of the news coverage. If you watch the news, the coverage of the news is just ridiculous. People go, and we're going live to a gritting depot in Cheshire. There's a woman standing there going, yes, I'm outside the Cheshire gritting depot, and there's a lot of grit moving out. They're doing it all night, getting the grit on the road, so... back over to you in the studio. It's some snow, that's it.
You do watch it and think travel chaos, yeah? Why do you bother going there, then?
Yes.
If there's such travel chaos, how have you got the film crews everywhere in the country? This is the worst affected area. We've just arrived with a camera.
Have you been out and done a snowman? Have you done a snowman, Sean?
I haven't done a snowman, no.
What are you suggesting?
You won't touch a snowman.
What do I do a snowman for? What sort of dirty bastard? Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could.
You've got kids, Jamelia. Were they off school?
My kids don't go to school.
Your kids don't go to school? No, it's for the best.
I homeschool them.
Sorry. Good.
Do you homeschool?
Sorry, not really.
I homeschool them.
Well, good luck, Jamelia's kids. So all the best with that.
What do you mean?
You homeschool them?
What do you wear?
You know what? No, I know.
What do you wear? Yeah, that was my first thought. What did you wear, Jamelia? A saucy schoolteacher's outfit?
I know how I'll come across on these panel shows, right? But I am actually intelligent. I would not. No, you know, I wouldn't do something like that. You know.
Are they not sick of you though? Like after spending all day with you and then they get home. Well, they're at home.
Number one, we don't spend all day
Okay.
doing schooling because, like, children don't need the whole time, and we don't stay in the house either. Like, you know, sometimes we go to Tesco's.
Oh, where are we going tomorrow on our field trip? My mummy's getting a bikini wet. Good luck, kids. Shall we have a look and see whether the weather is one of the most talked about things this week? I have a feeling it might be. Of course. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Sean, Claudia and Shappy, your turn first.
Oh, yeah.
What do you like the look of?
Oh, the magician's hat.
You've chosen the magician. Here's a clip to illustrate the question.
As a professional magician for the past 16 years, I've seen firsthand the powerful effect that magic can have on the opposite sex. On this video, you'll see as we took a group of non-magicians, taught them the tricks, and let them loose. So let's watch now and see as they flirt with magic.
Excuse me, I was wondering if you happen to have lost this pen.
No, it's not mine.
Are you sure?
But thanks.
This pen right here?
No.
Yeah, how about meeting me back here at 11 o'clock for a drink or so?
No. How do I know you're not some sort of a weirdo?
I'm not a weirdo.
That's the cigarette. Because all I need you to do is blow on the cigarette when I count to 3. Watch. 1, 2, 3, blow. Look, gone.
Oh my God. So what else can you make disappear?
Flirting with magic there. OK, here's your related question.
OK.
67% of people believe in magic. True or false?
What?
Like wizards, like Harry Potter wizards.
Like wizards, Harry Potter, that sort of thing, Jesus, that sort of caper.
I think that there is magical things going on.
What sort of magical things?
Not telling you.
Oh, come on.
Well, I believe that the sky isn't the sky.
What do you think it is?
It's something else.
Really?
Unless 67% of the people were children, that's impossible. Like, everybody knows. Disappearing is like an illusion. Card tricks is, card
But
trick.
some people do genuinely believe that David Bale...
That's
Find me one
rubbish.
person over the age of 5.5 who believes in it.
What about Darren Brown? Because he always says at the beginning, this isn't magic, and then he does loads of things that you're like, that was magic.
I think it was magic that he you know, the lottery numbers.
Yeah,
he picked the lottery numbers after they'd been announced. I thought that was amazing.
pretty-
It convinced people that was a trick.
The thing with Darren Brown is that it's not just that he can do these things, it's that everybody in here, if you met Darren Brown and he started talking to you, you'd be thinking, what's he doing to me mind? Like, it's almost more important sometimes. If I was Darren Brown and everyone thought I could do anything, if I saw someone asleep on the train, say, I'd have a little wander over, right? I'd pull my pants down, right? I'd give him a little nudge, I'd go, thanks for that, mate, and then walk off, and he'd be...
OK, 67% of people believe in magic. True or false? What are you going to go with?
It's true.
True, yes.
OK, you're going to go true. You're going to go...
I reckon it's true.
Are 67% of people asked mental?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we should go against them at least.
Do you think?
But let's go false. Sorry, Bradley. I mean, just... I didn't do that.
Sorry, Bradley?
I'm so sorry. I'm so shocked. Do you know that? Like, the whole time I've been saying, don't call him Bradley, don't call him Bradley. The whole time. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. That's fine.
OK, we'll go with false then. I don't even know what's happened
Well, I can
there.
tell you that the answer is false.
Ooh, well played.
Hello and welcome to the 8 out of 10 Cat Sports Special, a show about survey statistics, and this week, sport. Did you know, for example, there are 336 dimples on a regulation golf ball, which is why they're so adorable. The biggest participation sport in the world is fishing. Of course, a lot of the participants are fish, and they're not happy about it. Chinese gymnast Lu Li is the smallest person ever to compete in the Olympic Games. Lu Li was just 4 foot 3 inches tall. Wowee, was the second smallest. And 63% of people think Serena Williams is better looking than Venus. I'm going to be diplomatic and say I think they're both lovely-looking fellas. Your team first.
We won the World Cup. That's got to be it.
Yeah, that's right.
The one thing that we remember was 1966 and the golden-haired boy Bobby Moore lifting that cup.
I like the way that it's lifted alongside 2 world wars. Like it's sort of equal importance.
But it's lucky we won it. Could you imagine that song? Like, 2 world wars and a couple of semi-finals.
England, 1966. So I'm not old enough to remember it. Gabby, what was it like?
What are you messing about?
The ball was heavier then, though, wasn't it? It's light now, the ball. It moves around. You skill to control it. The ball in '66 was like basically kicking a suitcase around. It was. It's really heavy. You probably need a wheelbarrow to get it over the line. So the very fact they got it up the Germans' end was quite an achievement.
Do you rate our chances for 2010 in South Africa?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's a bit of a cliché, but I think this is the best chance we've had. But, of course, that means we won't progress from the group now that I've just said that. But we've got an easy group as well, so...
Wayne Rooney is our biggest hope. He's the best English player, and he's also the only man who can grow a beard that's red when his hair isn't. I think that is just, in its own right, that should give him a medal.
He looks like he could grow it in about 4 minutes.
Oh, definitely.
He just goes, I fancy a beard.
Have we been practising penalties, though? That's the big... You know what I mean? That is hard,
I can't
isn't
believe
it?
when they get to the final... I don't know anything about football, but when
Get
they get...
out.
You just watch the final and they go, I don't think they spent enough time practising penalties. Surely that happens in a footballer's life. When they're off the PlayStation for half an hour, they go, we should try and kick it a goal.
Yeah, but you can't replicate. It's the nerves, isn't it? You know, Denise has performed in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
You can replicate it.
You can't replicate
You
the
can
nerves.
replicate. That's nonsense. And they say that, so you can't represent that intense pressure. What you do is you say to an England player, right, you take a penalty. If you miss, we're going to shoot you.
We know the World Cup win 66 is going to be up there somewhere. Let's have a look and see where. Controversially, England winning the World Cup in 1966 only came second in our poll of the most memorable sporting moments. The Queen, of course, was in the crowd to support her countrymen. Sadly, the Germans lost. Sean, Johnny and Gabby, your turn first. What do you like the look of?
Fans.
Fans, please.
The fans,
Fans,
OK.
please.
You've chosen the sports fans. Here's a clip to illustrate the question.
We are the Diamonds. We come from Glasgow. We're here to play football. Out of our way. With the Diamond side, we come from Glasgow town. And when we're hitting the field, we're gonna be messing around. We're gonna move the ball, we're gonna pass and rush. And if you get in the way, you're gonna feel the crush. The truth can hurt, and the truth is mean. We're the baddest team that's ever been seen. We can't be stopped when we start to play. Talk about the Diamonds, what do we say? The Diamonds.
That's the Glasgow Diamonds there. They're the top of the Clydesdale NFL and bottom of the Clydesdale NFL. OK, your related question is, 11% of sports fans would allow their sporting idol to sleep with their partner. True or false?
My sporting idol's a man. I don't want him to sleep with my husband.
Oh, come on. Treat yourself. Who's your sporting idol?
You know, a lot of couples do this. You know, you have kind of fantasy shags where if you meet them, if you both meet them, they're like so far out there that you go, yeah, you're allowed to. So Kenny's was Cameron Diaz, and mine was this New Zealand rugby player. So anyway, I check into this hotel in Melbourne. In
You mean you went for one that's actually feasible? I like it. There's a very much a possible shag.
And I got in there and I rang Kenny. I said, "You'll never guess who's in the lift with me. It's Dougie Howlett, the New Zealand rugby player." He put the phone down.
I've got an agreement with my girlfriend. If I ever get to sleep with Kylie Minogue, she can fuck off. 11% of sports fans would allow their sporting idol to sleep with their partner. Who's your sporting idol?
Bob Nudd. I'd let Bob Nudd. I'd let Bob Nudd, the angler.
You'd let your wife
I'd let him sleep with my wife. I don't think he'd bother her for long. I think he'd go in there, he'd start talking about different flies and casting angles, and she'd fall asleep. He'd probably have a fiddle and then go, actually,
tides in, I'll get some good... I'll get some roach on that estuary.
I love this mime. He'd have a fiddle.
Denise, what do you think? Who's your sporting idol?
I do like Tiger Woods, or used to.
Tiger Woods probably would. He's not fussy. Tiger Woods, I believe, has a blanket policy, every hole's a goal. He's you out. 11% of sports fans would allow their sporting idol to sleep with their partner. You're going to go...
I think it's false, because I think it's going to be higher.
I think it's a lie.
Yeah.
OK, what are you going to go for?
True, then.
You're going to go true?
Yeah, we'll go true.
OK. I can tell you it's true. 11% of sports fans would allow their sporting idol to sleep with their partner. I must say, if I had to pick a sporting idol, it would probably be Desert Orchid. My wife is in for a treat. Jason's team, you're to choose. What do you want to go for?
Well, we've got to.
We've got to. We'll
go for the Olympics.
You're going Olympics. OK, you've gone for the Olympic rings. Here's your question. What did the nation prefer, the Olympics or the World Cup? It's a good question, isn't it?
The thing with the Olympics, like the World Cup, you go, well, I like football. I like football. And it's, you know, if you like football, then you like the whole of the World Cup, don't you? With the Olympics, you only like certain things. Like, there's some stuff in... I like that, you know, rhythmic gymnastics. No offence, Gabby, right? I know you did it for a little time, right? But that one, I'm telling you, that is just a bloke who's got a bit of toilet tissue stuck to his hands, that is.
The other thing that gets me about the Olympics is that they give away a bronze medal for third. Like, there's gold, yeah? Valuable.
Oh, yeah, gold, yeah,
gold,
lovely.
Valuable. Silver, valuable. Bronze, if you had some lying around the house, a thief wouldn't even bother nicking it.
Have you got any bronze?
I have. No. Someone comes just going to go, we got a bronze medalist coming in today. No one cares. You may as well, if you're going to give him a bronze medal, you may as well let him hold a toaster. When they have the Olympics over in the East End, yeah? When they have the van load of medals being shipped over, believe me, they're not going to have to protect the bronze medals from the local hoodies. Worthless. Worthless.
You've obviously not seen any of those cash for bronze adverts on the telly.
OK, what are you going to go for? What do the nation prefer, the Olympics or the World Cup? Sean?
World Cup. OK,
you're going World Cup. What are you going to go for?
No, I think we've got to go for Olympics. Let's just go for it. Because even if it's wrong, it's right. Yeah. But it will be wrong.
I can tell you that 57% of the nation prefer the Olympics to the World Cup.